Hello everyone. So today I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself hand sanitizer. The materials that I'll be using is the 91% isopropyl alcohol, empty containers that I got at Dollar Tree. They're 80 ml per bottle. So CDC recommends that you would need to use at least 70% alcohol. So if you have 70% alcohol and you wanted to use it as hand sanitizer, the value of that alcohol will be diluted. So you would have to have at least 91%, so you can play with the rest of the 21%. So what I'm going to be using is a glycerin. Glycerin is pure vegetable based. You can use it as skin soak, aromatherapy bath, and other people would actually use this for soap making. So when I follow the 80 ml and the 70% of it is 56 ml, which is the tablespoon and the milliliter conversation, this is what I end up with. So it doesn't really look like it's the right conversion. I'm not a mathematician, but I follow what calculator tell me, but it doesn't look like it's making any sense. So I ended up using the tape measure. So from top to bottom, it's 3 inches. And when I do my calculation, the 70% of 3 inches is actually 2.1. So I'm going to mark that. I'm going to start from the bottom. So that's 2 inches and then 1. So right there. So that's 2.1. It's 2.1. That would be my alcohol. So that is 70% alcohol. Since alcohol right now is scarce and it's hard to find them, sometimes making it as a hand sanitizer will actually make it last longer. And so now you see that's 2.1 for 70% alcohol. So the rest of it on top, which is what I measured earlier, it will be my glycerin. Or I can actually just use 20% of this. Why? My remaining 1% will be my essential oil. So I can have at least nice scent to it. I'm using peppermint. This already have that drops, or you can use like a regular medicine dropper. For that 1%, you can use 10 drops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can put back the rest. Actually smell good. But you see, with the glycerin, it does not make your hands dry like what alcohol would do to your hands. It actually makes it soft. You would still have to use that to your hand when you do this, as at least 20 seconds that you're rubbing it. Anything that when you use alcohol or hand sanitizer, you would have at least to make sure that it's air dry and it's not, you know, it's not wet, because it does not activate if your hands are still wet while you use alcohol or hand sanitizer. See, it's dry now, so it's activated, but it leaves my hand soft because of the glycerin that I use. So the other things that I can use is, oh, and don't forget to label your stuff. So right now, this is alcohol plus glycerin. So the other thing that you can use with your hand sanitizer is aloe vera. We have this growing in our backyard, so my husband just cut me some of this. And again, empty container with the 70% alcohol that you can put in there. I mean, it's 9.1, but you would just have to use the 70% of it, which is 2.1 inches, because I use the tape measure. So let's do this again. The rest of it, to make it a 3 inches one, is the use of the aloe vera. So what I do is I'll blend that. And my small bottle actually broke, so I'm just gonna use this big one, which is the same thing. It doesn't matter if you use small or big, as long as you blend them. I use a strainer when I after I blend them. What you can also do is put the aloe vera and the alcohol together and blend them together after you strain this. I only need what's missing on the top. So just be careful when you're doing this, that it does not overflow. You can also drop your essential oil. It doesn't matter what essential oil you use, it's up to you. Blending them is actually make it better if you blend them together, because if not, it will get clumps like this. So if you blend them together, it will come out differently. I'll show you that off. Talking about all your ingredients blend in together. Of course, this is clean first before I put everything in. There are still clumps in there, you just have to keep on blending. there you go. That's your hand sanitizer with a 70% alcohol, aloe vera. I have the peppermint drops as for my essential oil. It does not make my hand dry because it's aloe vera, but I prefer the glycerin. What I'm gonna say is everything that I use for today, except for this, except for the blender. I'm talking about this and this. These are all sterilized. How did I sterilize them? I boiled them. That's the only way you can sterilize them though. You have to boil them. So they're all clean before I even use it, so it does not get contaminated. So when people say, oh, now it's contaminated, no, it's not, because what the things that you're using, your measuring spoons, this, your knife, the cups, your blender, I mean, except for the machine, you know, everything is boiled, so everything is sterilized, just to let you guys know about that. Also, the other thing with this is, since I showed you the aloe vera, if you don't have aloe vera and you have aloe gel, you can also use your aloe gel for the remaining parts that's missing, you know, to go up to the 3 inches that I was talking about earlier. So aloe gel will work as well. Well, that's all for today, and I hope you guys like it, and thank you for watching.